Well, here we are at the old man's. I don't know if any of you guys caught the live earlier. I made it public, so um, you can see that in real time, or you can see it here. I'll go over everything. Um, we had this happen, I guess. Now we gotta figure out how to deal with that. Looks like it bent up the trampoline a little bit. I was thinking I would just hook a line up to it up there and then pull it back and then cut it on the ground, but then when it comes down it's probably going to destroy the trampoline more. So I guess we'll figure that out over the weekend. But as far as the car goes, we got some good news and we got some bad news. Well, we found out some good news and we found out some bad news. So I got the I hope you left that fucking door open for me. Hold on, guys. Yes, he did. Okay. So I pulled the gas tank out of the car, and no build sheet, unfortunately. But yeah, she's a rusty pile. I'm gonna need a new tank and a new sender for sure. So underneath, so I was worried about these here. Those are the saddles for the gas tank, and then the overall trunk floor underneath the tank is in pretty good shape. You know, it's flaky in some areas, but a little bit of rust reformer, some paint, make it what she ain't, right? But the bad news, and I gotta get this part before I fucking start taking the frame rails out of this. I still got some time to get it. I should still be able to do the floor fan. So I was thinking that these two pieces were all one deal, but this is a different section. So this must be an inner cowl panel or something. And what sucks is I got to cut it off the car. And I mean, it's good because you see the frame rail right there is, totaled where it goes in. So it's something I need to get, and I'm pretty sure the bumper bolts through that or something of the such. But these saddles right here look like they weld right to it as well. This one's a little fucked right here. I'm starting to get a cramp in my neck. This one's fucked right here. I'm either gonna have to fix that or I don't want to get the tank saddles because that I might as well just get a trunk floor at that point. And shit like that is what's gonna bother me. Shit like that will bother me until no end. So I know for sure I'm replacing this. I gotta find this in the Ames thing, and I imagine the outer one will have to come off first, and then this inner one will come off after. Because I thought that would be part of the panel, but it's not. But what I did verify was, so you see that hole right there in the indentation? That's that piece right there. So this wall here is that piece. Like I was wondering. All this wall right here. is that piece. So someone did something with fiberglass right here. I'm gonna have to knock that out. The seam sealer here, I imagine from the factory. So I was watching somebody do one of these rear panels on a Nova, and these and Novas are kind of similar. The first generation Camaros are more similar to the Nova than this is, but it looked like he was able to leave his trunk latch attached to the floor pan where it bumps up right here. But it looks like I'm gonna have to take that completely off and weld it onto the new panel. They sell that separate and I could buy it, but I don't know. Not made of money either, but if it's cheap, I may just get it. But so now herein lies the problem. Yeah, I can, I'm fucking, I wanna get going on this fucking thing. But I know that I can't rush it either. So I had just gotten credit from Ames. I was supposed to get it within 24 hours, but it took like a week. And we were going to use that to pay off the U-Haul. The U-Haul already got paid and everything, and so I said, fuck it, I'll just use that credit to get more pots. So when I was on the phone with them, I ordered the battery box, the battery tray that I forgot to order with my core support, and a dashboard restoration cover. It's not like one of them ditzy covers that goes over the top. This is like, you're supposed to like cut off all the old foam and shit and get your dashboard down to the bones, and this is supposed to go over it. It's supposed to, they call it one of them 10-footer pieces, it looks good from 10 feet away. But I've seen some people install them and they actually look pretty decent. So, and I'm afraid to buy a factory original one and then install it and have it crack, and then to buy one brand new is fucking like $1,000, and to have someone restore one is quite a bit of money. So I kind of got that as like a project to do while I was waiting to build up some more money, get these tools, get these parts. And now I find out I got to get another part. I thought I had every base covered, but I didn't. So I got to get in the catalog and figure out what piece goes up against that and get that. So that makes up my mind on if I'm going to take the rest of this shit apart. I found out what I needed to know. So now that I am, what's the word I'm looking for? Discouraged. I'm going to have a smoke. I'm going to clean up my shit. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Because now I want to fucking go home and get in the catalog and find that part and see how much it costs, and probably return that dash restoration kit, have them fucking pull that panel and have that waiting for me when I go back up. I just don't know. I'll show you guys where I got the stash. Sucks too because I want to get started on this thing. Like I wanted to start disassembling this thing before the summer's over. Like my goal is to have the nose and the subframe off of this thing before it starts getting like cold. Something tells me that's not going to happen. I gotta set you guys down. Really fucking hope I didn't just dent my fucking quarter. Turn the light on. I scratched it at the bottom, but that's alright. On the top of the 2 trunk drops, in the box is the other quarter. 2 inner fender wells, 2 frame rails, the panels in the back there. I would like to move this away from the wall as much as I can. I had to keep checking on this shit because that window leaks. Eventually all this shit's getting moved out to the garage. Turn that off. So that's where we're at. I was gonna try to get this engine running today, but that took all of the gas out of my tank, figuratively speaking. So I'm just gonna pack it up and go home right now. I'm pissed off actually that I didn't realize that. I mean, I'll get over it, but it's like, what the fuck, dude? Luckily, I have to go back up there to get the core support, but I just hope that that part isn't much money. And, you know, it really fucking comes down to it. I should be able to fix this trunk panel. I swear, if I find that I'm missing more shit, I'm not gonna be happy, because one of the next things I gotta do, so it looks like right at the back of that hump there's a joint right there. Joint right here. It's gonna be this joint right here. I just noticed another problem. think it's a problem. I'm not sure if that floor pan's gonna cover that. I know it's gonna cover this. All that shit right there. I'm gonna end up having to get inner rockers. Or pieces of them. A cigarette in my hand. Just fucking burn my eyes with the smoke. It'll come over, but it don't come up. Looks like it just follows that. Follows it over, but not up. Seeable if that's part of the wheel well housing. I have to do some more research. So it's trashed in there. I'm gonna find lots of problems as I move along on this. I'm gonna have to accept that. This side looks mint. Except for some small trouble areas, but sucks too because the headline is still in this, but it's fucked right there. Yeah, that hole over there, that's gonna need some doing. And then I don't know if that fucking new to you. Yeah, it looks like it follows that seam right there's a seam right there. This follows along the same panel as the factory did, so that old one's gonna come out the way that new one's gonna go in. That's a small hole right there, so I should be able to fix that. I don't know what's going on in there. I might have to get the inner rockers for that. Ow! Yeah, something tells me I'm gonna have to get inner rockers. At least the outer rockers are fine. I mean, they are fucked right here. Originally I thought that was gonna be part of the quarter, but it's not. So I don't know. Well, I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna be working on the F-150 throughout the weekend. I'm gonna be here tomorrow afternoon so I can get rid of these freaking leaf bags he's got stacked up in the garage, because I'm here to start clearing out the garage so I can get ready for disassembly at least. That way I feel like I'm getting something done. Something's telling me I'm gonna have to fucking... There'll probably be another video later on, me going through the Ames catalog. But yeah, until the next one, guys.